Most people believe that simply walking every day is enough to stay strong and stable as they get older. But here's the surprising truth. Walking is great for your health, your heart, and your mood. But walking alone does not build the strength, balance, and bone density your body needs to stay safe and independent after 60 or 70. And that's exactly why so many active older adults still begin to notice things like legs feeling weaker when standing up, balance becoming less steady, fear of tripping or falling, or bones becoming more fragile over time. The good news? Just 3 simple exercises can help target the areas that walking doesn't fully train. These movements are commonly used in strength and mobility programs designed for older adults, and when done consistently, they can help support stronger legs, better balance, and healthier bones. In this video, I'm going to walk you through each of these exercises step by step and explain exactly how to do them safely at home. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'll also show you a simple weekly routine so you know exactly how to fit these exercises into your schedule without feeling overwhelmed. Before we start, though, I do want to say something important. These exercises are not appropriate for everyone, and if you ever feel pain while performing them, you should stop immediately and consult a healthcare professional before continuing. Now, let's begin with the first and most important area we want to improve: strength. Exercise 1. Squat and press. If I had to choose just one exercise that benefits the entire body, this would probably be it. It strengthens your legs, activates your core, works your shoulders and arms, and also helps stimulate bone strength through weight-bearing movement. The exercise is called the squat and press. To perform it, you'll need a pair of dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can also use something simple like a bag filled with books or any household item with some weight that you can safely lift. Here's how to do it. Start by holding your weights in both hands and bringing them up to about chest level, with your elbows tucked in slightly so the weights rest comfortably near your shoulders. Next, stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. From here, slowly sit your hips back and lower yourself into a squat, only going down as far as feels comfortable for you. Then, as you stand back up, press the weights straight overhead. As the weights come back down toward your chest, lower yourself into the next squat. So the movement flows like this: squat down, stand up and press overhead, lower the weights, then squat again. This exercise is so effective because it engages multiple major muscle groups at once. Your quadriceps and glutes power the squat, your core muscles stabilize your body, and your shoulders and arms work during the press. But what I like most about this movement is that it closely mimics real-life activities, things like standing up, lifting objects, and reaching overhead. Those are movements we use every day. To begin, aim for 10 repetitions in a row. Choose a weight that feels challenging but still allows you to maintain good control and form. Once you find that weight, perform 3 sets on the days you include this exercise in your routine. And don't worry, in a moment I'll show you exactly how to organize all of these exercises into a simple weekly schedule. Exercise 2. Obstacle step, balance training. Now that we've worked on strength, we need to address another critical piece of staying safe as we age: balance. Because the reality is this: most falls don't happen when everything is predictable. They happen when something unexpected occurs, like stepping off a curb, turning quickly, or adjusting your feet after losing balance for a moment. That's why balance training should involve movement and coordination, not just standing still. The exercise I want to show you is called the obstacle step, and it's excellent for improving balance, coordination, and agility. Here's how to set it up. Take 2 towels and roll them up. Place them on the floor so they form a cross shape, like a plus sign. This will create 4 square sections on the floor. Now stand in one of the back sections. From here, you'll step over the towel lines in a 4-step pattern. For example, step forward into the next square, step across to the side square, step backward into the opposite square, then step across again to return to where you started. It becomes a simple 4-step pattern moving around the cross. You can start slowly at first while your body learns the movement. It doesn't matter which foot you lead with, but I recommend switching it up each round so both sides of your body stay balanced. You can also change direction.
Instead of moving clockwise, try moving counterclockwise. Once the movement begins to feel comfortable, you can gradually increase the speed while still staying in control. As you speed up slightly, you may notice yourself naturally rising a little onto your toes, which helps improve reaction time. Keep a slight bend in your knees and shift your weight toward the front of your feet. This will help you stay light and responsive. People who regularly practice movements like this often find they become much quicker at correcting themselves if they start to lose balance, which can greatly reduce the risk of falling. Aim to practice this exercise for 3 to 5 minutes at a time on the days you include it in your routine. Exercise 3. Heel drops, bone strength. The final area we need to address is bone density. Walking provides some stimulation for the bones, but it often isn't enough to maintain bone strength on its own, especially as we get older. Bones actually need a strong signal to maintain and build bone tissue instead of breaking it down. A simple exercise that provides this signal is called heel drops. However, if you already have osteoporosis or severe bone loss, it's very important to check with a healthcare professional before attempting this movement. Here's how to perform it. Stand near something sturdy you can hold for support, such as a wall, countertop, or chair. Place both hands lightly on the surface for balance. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart. Next, rise up onto your tiptoes as high as you comfortably can, then allow your heels to drop back down to the floor with a small, controlled impact. That's why they're called heel drops. So the movement looks like this. Lift up onto your toes, then drop your heels down. Try to keep your legs mostly straight, but don't lock your knees. We want the impact to travel through the leg bones, but we don't want to put stress on the joints. If possible, this exercise can be performed barefoot. However, many people feel more comfortable starting in supportive shoes, which is perfectly fine. Begin with 10 to 15 repetitions. Perform 3 sets during the day. This small but consistent impact can help stimulate bone strength over time. A simple weekly plan. Now that you've seen all 3 exercises, here's a very simple way to fit them into your week. Squat and press. Perform this exercise 2 to 3 days per week, completing 3 sets each session. Obstacle step. Practice this exercise 2 to 3 days per week for about 5 minutes each time. Heel drops. These can be done more frequently, 5 to 7 days per week, completing 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Final takeaway. Walking is still one of the best habits you can maintain for overall health, but walking alone doesn't fully train the muscles, balance systems, and bone strength your body needs as you age. These 3 simple exercises help fill in those gaps. They target strength, balance, and bone health, all of which play a critical role in maintaining independence and confidence later in life. And the best part? You only need a few minutes a day to start seeing the benefits.